All right, we are all set. I have noticed that there's not been a single game played 2019 Strat-O-matic cards and dice on YouTube that I can find. So I figured why not do that today just to be different. So that's what we have. We have a 2019 game. This is not a replay of any game. This is just a little side thing I'm doing on the side with the 2019 set. So I picked out a game, the San Diego Padres and the Los Angeles Dodgers from San Diego. We look at the starting lineups first for the visiting Dodgers. It'll be Chris Taylor at second, David Freese at first, Cody Bellinger in right, Justin Turner at third, Jock Peterson's in left, A.J. Pollock's in center, Seager is at short, Austin Barnes is catching, and Walker Buehler is on the mound. For the Padres, it'll be Manuel Margot in center, Eric Hosmer at first, Manny Machado at third, Hunter Renfroe's in left, Fernando Tatis Jr. is at short, Franmil Reyes, the Franimal, is in right field hitting sixth. Greg Garcia is at second, he'll hit seventh. Austin Hedges catches, he will hit eighth, and Joey Lucchesi, the pitcher, will be on the mound, lefty. Ballpark effects for Petco Park were rolled, and it's 1-5 for singles for both lefties and righties. Home runs 1-15 for lefties and 1-12 for right-handers. So that's the way they line up or stack up, if you want to call it that. Let's go ahead and get the pitchers and batters in there, and I think to make it more room, I'm going to just put the pitcher and batter right here when the visitors are hitting, and then put them up there when the home team's hitting. So here we go. Joey Lucchesi will be facing Chris Taylor, and I'm hoping that this shows up okay on camera. I think it does. We shall see. Right now, it is, like I said, this is super advanced. So sit back and relax and watch the Dodgers and the Padres 2019 style Strat-O-matic cards and dice. Super advanced. All right, we got a 1-7. 1-7 for, will be off Taylor's card against the lefty Lucchesi. 1-7's a strikeout. So strikeout of Chris Taylor. One away, and that's going to bring up David Freese, first baseman. 4-3, Lucchesi against a right-hander. 4-3 is a fly ball, right field X. That's the Franimal. Franmil Reyes is a 5, E11, so obviously horrible. But let's see if he can get to it anyway. 5 and a 9, I'm sure that's going to drop in for a hit. A 5 and a 9 checks in as a single. And there's a 5 on the rare play. So it's a single with a rare play. So let's go to SI for the single with a rare play. Batter hits a single with base runners advancing 2 bases. As the batter rounds first, the fielder throws ball behind him and catches him off the bag for an out. So how about that? Base hit, but the Franimal caught him rounding first too fast, and Freese is going to be out of there. 9-3 on the putout, on the rare play. So that's the rare play you get sometimes in super advanced, and that's just the way it happens. All right, so here's Cody Bellinger. 2 outs, bases clear. It's 2-6 against the lefty. 2-6, 1-10's a home run, and anything else, he will fly to left. It's a 1, so Cody Bellinger, he did it all year. I mean, in 2019, Cody Bellinger had 47 home runs, so why not start it out here? But it's only a solo shot because of the fact that Freese got thrown out at first base trying to round it too hard. So instead of a 2-run shot, it's just a solo shot. In fact, I'll do it this way. It's not a 2-run shot, it's a solo shot. And here's Turner. 1-0. Oops, let me re-roll that foul ball. Turner is up to bat 1-6 against the lefty. And that's a split chance, 1-16 for a double. And he will do it. So Turner follows the home run with a double. And the Dodgers now starting to flex their muscle. And with a runner on, we roll the D20, checking for a wild pitch, balk, or whatever, and nothing's happening. Here's Jock Peterson. 5-8 against the lefty. 5-8's a ground ball to first. That's going to be handled by Hosmer. And the inning is over. So a run comes across for the Dodgers here in the first, thanks to the home run from Cody Bellinger. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Dodgers nothing. Padres coming to bat. And the Padres will be facing Walker Buehler. Walker Buehler will be facing Manuel Margot. Righty on righty. It's a 4-7 off of Buehler. 1-2 is a single. Anything else, he will line it to short. And that's going to be a 7, so that will be a line out to short. And Margot is an easy out. So 1 away, and that brings up Eric Hosmer. 2-6 for Hosmer against a right-hander is a 1-11 double. 12-20 will be a single. And that's a 19, so it's a single for Eric Hosmer. He is an E-stealer. He will not be held, but will still roll for the potential wild pitch, balk, what have you. Let's roll in the D20 for that. And 7, so nothing's happening there. So Manny Machado steps to the plate, and again, the runner at first is not being held. 1-3 for Machado. That's a ballpark diamond shot. And for Petco Park, 1-12 for right-handers. So 1-12, and Manny Machado has gone deep. And he has a 2-run shot for Manny Machado. So he one-ups Cody Bellinger. His home run's a 2-run shot, and the Dodgers now find themselves behind 2-1 to the Padres, thanks to Manny Machado's homer. 2-1 Padres. Brings up Hunter Renfroe. That's a 3-3 for Renfroe, and that's another diamond shot. And again, it is a 1-12. So it could be back-to-back jacks. It's an 11. It's gone. I'm not doing robbing home runs. Not worried about robbing home runs. So it's back-to-back jacks. And it's 3-1, and all of a sudden Walker Buehler is a little stunned. Here's Tatis. 2-3 for Tatis, and that's a split chance with a triangle. So it's a 1-11 for a single. Anything else, he will line it to short. And that's a single. So how about that? The Padres getting all the good rolls there. Tatis, B-stealer, will be held. Won't go anywhere, but he will be held. Nothing on the 20. Here is Franmil Reyes, the Franimal. 2-7 for Reyes, and that's a single to right field. You're not going to run on Bellinger's arm, so Tatis will stop at second base. So runners at first and second, and after the first out, we got 5 hits in a row off of Buehler. He's a little stunned. Here's Greg Garcia. Garcia, an 18, nothing on the D20. Garcia, a 5-6 off of Buehler is a strikeout. So finally, Buehler gets something off his own card and picks up a K. And that's going to send the number 8 hitter, Austin Hedges, to the plate. Hedges, nothing on the D20. 6-9 against Buehler, and that's an in-home run chance. Now Hedges does have normal power, so this could do it. A 6-9 is a 1-10 home run. 11-20 will be a double. So this could be a 3-run homer if it's a 1-10. To 15, it's going to be a double. So we know 1 run's going to score. That's Tatis. Don't know about Reyes yet. Reyes was not being held. He's a trailed runner. But I don't think he runs that well. He runs at a 10. So since he's not being held, makes him 11. There's 2 outs. That makes him a 13. So they're going to send him. 1-13, they're going to send him. And he's out of there. He got caught trying to sneak in an extra run. So the double was assumed to go to center. So that means the center fielder, Pollock, threw him out. So we'll call it 8-6-2 to end the inning. But boy, it was a while when 4 runs, and had that 5th run scored, Buehler would have been facing fatigue. But he got out of that and faced 8 batters, gave up 4 runs. But he's in a little bit of stun mode as they are behind by a score of 4-1 after 1 inning of play. And as usual, after a good defensive play, that man leads off the next inning. That's A.J. Pollock. 2-6 against the lefty Lucchesi. Ground ball to second. 1 away. So Lucchesi, easy work there. Here's Corey Seager, shortstop. 1-10 for Seager against the lefty as a pop out to short. That's 2 away. Brings up the catcher, Austin Barnes, number 8 hitter. 4-5 against Lucchesi is a ground ball shortstop X. That's the shortstop Tatis. He's a 2 E36. So he's probably going to get to this. 2 and a 5, he'll get to it, but the E36 is going to be troublesome. E36 at short, you need to avoid 13, 15, 16, and 17. And he did, it's an 8, so he will make the play. So a 1-2-3 inning turned in by Lucchesi and keeps the Dodgers at bay. Score still 4-1. And now Buehler gets to come out and see if he can improve on his performance from last time. And he's going to start out facing the pitcher, Lucchesi, who's hitting off batter card number 1. That's a 1-5, and that is a strikeout. So Lucchesi out on strikes. One away. Back to the top of the order for Manuel Margot. Margot, a 5-8 off of Buehler. Another strikeout. So Buehler coming back with a vengeance here in this second inning. 2 straight strikeouts. Brings up Eric Hosmer. 1-10 for Hosmer. Ground ball back to Buehler. And it's an easy peasy 1-2-3 inning for Buehler. So at the end of 2, it's 4-1 Padres. And Walker Buehler, who has his own pitcher hitting card, will lead off. Against Lucchesi, 3-10 against the lefty. He's going to strike out. So Buehler out on strikes, 1 away. Brings up Chris Taylor. 4-9 against a right-hander is a fly ball to right. So Taylor's out of there, 2 down. For David Freese, first baseman. 3-8 on Freese, struck him out, and that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing there for the Dodgers here in the third. Lucchesi put him down pretty much no problems. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the third, and we're still looking at a 4-1 ball game in favor of Friars. All right, Manny Machado leads off. He homered his first time up. 4-8. This time he strikes out as Buehler got him off his own card. So that constitutes a strikeout. And now that brings up Hunter Renfroe. 2-10 for Renfroe, struck him out. So Buehler had that one hiccup there in the first, and now he's coming back with a vengeance. Here's Tatis Jr., 6-3. Fly ball left field X. That is the left fielder, Mr. Jock Peterson. He's a 3-4. 3-2, though. That's going to drop in for a base hit. E4 and a 13 should be okay, and it is. But a 2 and a 3. 3 with a 2, that's a double. So that will drop in for a double. 2-out double for Fernando Tatis. He is singled, and now he is doubled. He will not be held. He's a D stealer. He will not be held. For Franmil Reyes. Nothing on the 20. 4-7 against Buehler. 1-2 is a single. Anything else he lines to short. And he lines it to Seager to end the inning. So a hiccup there, but nothing worse for Buehler. He keeps things going, but he's going to be behind 4-1 as we go to the fourth. And Joey Lucchesi, his starter rating is a 5. So he can go 5 innings before fatigue sets in. Buehler can go 6. Here's Cody Bellinger. He homered his first time up. 6-4. Not this time. He's going to walk. So a walk to Cody Bellinger. They didn't want to face him again this time. So he will walk. He will be held. He's a B stealer, so he will be held. But he's not going to try to steal. 11. Nothing's going on the 20. So we go to Justin Turner. And we get a 2-9 for Turner, and that's a strikeout. So Lucchesi puts the K on Turner, 1 away. And that takes us to Jock Peterson. 2, so it's a chance for a pass ball or a balk. Now he's got a 0 balk rating. The pass ball rating on the catcher Hedges is a 0 as well. So we're not even going to roll for it because there's no chance of it. So let's keep going. 5-7, and that's a ground ball second base X. That's Garcia. And Garcia checks in as a 4-E8. So a 4-E8, not very good range. 4 and a 16, though, he'll get to that. Could be a double play. 4 and a 16 and an E8 and a 15. E8 and a 15. There is no 15. There's a 16, 17, and 18, but no 15. So that's a good play. And that was a 9 on a, what was he, a 4? It was a 4 and a 9. That's actually going to be runner advance. So the runner is going to advance. It's a 4-3 ground out. And Bellinger will go to second base. So Bellinger's at second base with 2 down. And that brings up A.J. Pollock against Lucchesi. Nothing happening there. Pollock, 3-6 against the lefty. And that's going to bring in a run right there. 1-2 is a double. 3-20 is a single, but it's 2 stars. And that's a single, but it's 2 stars, and that will guarantee the run. Dodgers cut the lead to 4-2 here in the fourth on the base hit by Pollock. Pollock is a C stealer. He will be held. Nothing happened on the 20. Here's Corey Seager. Lefty on lefty, 4-7. And that's a walk. So Lucchesi, a little shaky. trying to protect that lead. As now we got runners at first and second with 2 down, 1 run in, and the number 8 here, Austin Barnes, steps to the plate. Nothing on the 20. Barnes 4-7 against a righty. It's a 1-2 single. 3-20. He lines it to Tatis. And it's a 1, so it's a single 1 star. And the bases will be loaded for the pitcher, Walker Buehler. So the only thing that's going to help Lucchesi is the fact that Walker Buehler is coming to bat. So that's going to probably be his only saving grace unless Buehler gets it off the pitcher card, because his hitter's card is pretty bad. All right, so nothing on that. Let's see if it's off of the pitcher or the hitter. It's off the pitcher, 4-3. It's a fly ball right field X. That might drop in because Franmil Reyes is awful. He's a 5. 5 and a 7. That's almost a guaranteed hit, probably a double. Let's take a look here. 5 and a 7 is going to be a double, 2 stars. So they won't score all runs, but they'll score 2 of them. He's an E11. Unless there's another, that's a 10. E11 and a 10. There's no 10, but it's a double, 2 stars for Walker Buehler. Go figure that. Walker Buehler on the season hit .085, but he did have a home run and 2 RBIs. He just got his 2 RBIs right there on that double. So that will score Pollock and Seager to tie the game at 4, and it moves Austin Barnes to third base. So runners at second and third, and Lucchesi run into all kinds of issues. All kinds of issues. Now he's got Chris Taylor up, back to the top of the order, and nothing happening there. So Chris Taylor, 6'8", struck him out, and they're finally out of that mess. But 8 batters go to the plate, 3 of them score. We go to the bottom of the 4th, tied at 4. And can anybody pitch in this game? That's the question. All right, Walker Buehler's going to give it another go. See if he can't make it happen here against Mr. Garcia. Hello, RJL. I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier. Wasn't watching chat like I should have been, I guess. 3-8. 3-8 for Garcia against a right-hander. 1-10 is a home run. Look at that. 3-8, a 1-10 is a home run. 11-20. And it's still going to be a double, but a 1-10, and the Padres reclaim the lead. And they do. It's a home run for Garcia. How about that? They are taking it to Walker Buehler as Garcia gets the home run. Long ball here at Petco. And it is now 5-4, Padres. All right, here's Austin Hedges, the catcher. 110. Ballpark single check with that upside down triangle, and it's a 1-5 only here at Petco. 1-5 is a base hit. Anything else, it'll be a ground ball to first. And it's a 6. He just missed it. So first baseman Freeze makes the play, 1 away, and pitcher hitting card Lucchesi, they're going to keep him in there. He's only gone 4 innings. They don't want to burn the bullpen. So here we go. Lucchesi. Well, we're off the pitcher card rather. Lucchesi's a lefty. 5-5 is a fly to left, and that's 2 away. Now we're back to the top of the order for Manuel Margot. 3-8 for Margot against a right-hander. A 3-8 to line out to first. Freeze snags it. Innings over. But the Padres take a 5-4 lead as we go into the 5th here at Petco. 5-4 lead. Lucchesi on a short leash, I'm sure. And he will be facing, let's do this. He will be facing Freeze. So David Freeze, the batter. We get a 2-8. 2-8 for Lucchesi. For Freeze against Lucchesi is a strikeout. So Freeze is out of there. His second strikeout. Brings up Cody Bellinger, the dangerous Bellinger. He's homered and walked. 3-6 against the lefty. He's going to pop to short this time. So no going there. Lucchesi pitches around Bellinger, but he's still got to deal with Justin Turner, who's no prize. Turner can go deep, 6-5, and he might do it. 1-12 is a home run. He definitely has normal power. 1-12 is a homer. It's an 18, though, so he's going to be limited to a double. Keeps it in the ballpark. But now he's at second base with 2 outs for Jock Peterson. If anything on the 20, it is not. So let's go to Jock Peterson, lefty on lefty. 2-8 for Peterson. 1 to 11 is a single, but it's only 1 star. 12 to 20, and he lines it to Garcia at second. And it's 15, so he lines it to Garcia to end the inning. So Lucchesi pitches his 5 innings. It was shaky 5 innings, but he made it. And he would qualify for the win if the Padres are able to hold the lead. Some big ifs there. All right, here's Eric Hosmer. He will lead things off against Buehler here in the bottom of the 5th. Now, if Buehler gives up another run, he will hit fatigue. 111. 111's a ground ball to first. 1 away. Brings up Manny Machado. He's homered and struck out. Feast or famine. 3-8. 3-8. He's going to ground it back to Buehler. 2 down. So Buehler wants to go a couple more innings, it looks like. He's going to face Hunter Renfroe. 5-4 is a ground ball third base X. That's Justin Turner. He is a 3-E-11. So a 3-E-11. Let's roll to see if he gets to it. 3 to 12. I do believe he will get to that. Double check it. Should be a good play. 3-12 is a G2, so he'll get to it. His E is an 11, so he wants to avoid a 6, 15, 17, and 18. And he did a 12, so he avoided that for an easy 5-3 ground out. Innings over. So 5 innings in the books. And it's a wild and wacky 5-4 Padre lead. Now, Lucchesi's going to come back out and try it. He's going to be facing A.J. Pollock, Seager, and Barnes. His point of weakness, he gave up 1 hit, so he still can do okay before he gets tired. 1-2 for Pollock against a lefty is a Lomax, line out to short for an easy 1 away. It would have been a double play had somebody been on. They weren't. Here is Seager. 5-4. Lucchesi fly to center field X. That is Manuel Margot. He's a 2-E-3. 2-E-3. So a 2 and an 8. He'll get to that. E3 for an out for a center fielder. Have to have a 18 or a 16 to be an error. And he doesn't have that, so it's a good play. It's a good play by Margot. 2 down. 2 up, 2 down. And that's going to take us to Austin Barnes. 1-5 against the lefty, and that's a strikeout. So Lucchesi, 6 innings. He managed to go 6. And he may pinch hit for him if he gets to his spot in the lineup. We'll see. But 6 innings are in the books for Lucchesi. And he did just fine. Buehler is set to lead off next inning, so this is probably his last inning of work. And he'll be facing Fernando Tatis. That's a 2-5 for Tatis. It's a ground ball to first. 1 away. And that brings up Franmil Reyes. 1-5 for Reyes. Oh, 2-5 would have been a home run. 1-5, though, is a strikeout. So he got the wrong column. 2 down for Greg Garcia. 6-10, fly ball center field X. Center fielder is A.J. Pollock. He's a 3 with an E4. 3 and a 13, he'll get to that. E4, what he wants to avoid as an E4 is a 4, 16, and 18. And he did, so it's good play. And the inning's over, so Buehler goes 6. They both go 6. How about that? And that's going to be it for Buehler because he's set to lead off this top of the 7th. So we will get a pinch hitter for Walker Buehler, even though he did double his last time up, but we're not taking that chance anymore. So Lucchesi still going to come back out there because he has not reached his point of fatigue yet. So he will come back out. And the pinch hitter for the Dodgers, let's see if they got a righty on the bench. Let's see. They do have Kike Hernandez, so Kike Hernandez will pinch hit for the Dodgers. Kike Hernandez. Pinch hitting here in the top of the 7th. Kike Hernandez. Swiss utility knife for the Dodgers. He does a little bit of everything. He will step in there against Lucchesi. You notice he's actually Enrique Hernandez, but everybody calls him Kike. So I don't know why the card company can't make him Kike, but that's just another whole nother issue right there. All right, here's 3-3 against a lefty. Hit by a pitch plus injury. Look at that. He comes in off the bench, and he gets hit by a pitch, and now he's subject to an injury check. So here we go. He's got 414 at-bats plus 36 walks. That's 450 plate appearances. So 450 plate appearances, and we'll check and see how that factors into his injury. So I got to go pull that sheet that has the injuries on it. Go find that real quick. The injury table. Just had it. You would think I'd have this stuff handy. I got so many papers around here, they're buried all over the place, so let's see. Well, first of all, let's roll for the injury and see what happens. May not need it. It's a 7, so he may be okay on that. Let me double check that. I think he's going to be okay. Check this injury chart here. Injury. Let's look at the injury chart right here. We rolled a 7. So a 7 says 1 game injury. But what I'm doing is I'm playing a truncated season, so anything less than 3 means no injury. So he will not have to be injured. He can stay in the game. He gets plunked, gets bruised, but he stays in the game. So Enrique, or Kike, however you want to call him, gets the pinch hit batter. And Lucchesi has to worry about that now. He's got a runner on, so let's check the 20. Nothing's happening. And that brings up Chris Taylor, leadoff hitter. 4-8 against Lucchesi, against the righty, and he walks him. So Lucchesi may be tiring right here. This might be close to all for Lucchesi, as he's got to face now David Freese, but then Bellinger is next, so they really like to have him against Bellinger. Let's see. They're gonna, if he gives up one more base run, he becomes fatigued. So let's see. They're gonna try it against Freese, see if they can turn 2 maybe. Oh, there's a 2. Chance for a balk or a pass ball or a wild pitch. It's a chance for a wild pitch, and Lucchesi's wild pitch rating is an 11. And that's an 11, so it's a wild pitch on Lucchesi. So going from bad to worse, as the wild pitch puts the runners at second and third in scoring position with nobody out. They're going to have to bring the infield in. They want to choke that runoff. Nothing on the D20 this time. Freese 4-7 against Lucchesi. 1-2 was a single. Anything else, he lines it to Tatis. And he lines it to Tatis for 1 away. Now what they're going to do, I believe, is walk Bellinger with first base open. There's no reason in the world to pitch to Bellinger. So they're going to walk him, and with the righty coming up, Justin Turner, the Padres will now go to the pen. So that will be all for Lucchesi. They will turn to a right-hander. And out of the pen, they will turn to Craig Stammen. So Craig Stammen, the righty, will be coming on in a big spot. Runners at the bases are loaded, rather, with 1 out. And Justin Turner at the plate. They are going to play for the double play ball if they can get it against Justin Turner. 12, nothing happening. Here's Justin Turner. 4-6, struck him out. Stammen gets the strikeout. Huge strikeout. That's 2 down. And now for the Dodgers, it's all up to Jock Peterson. He is a lefty against Stammen. Base is still loaded. Nothing happening. 2 outs. Peterson 6-8 against a lefty. Is a ground ball to first, and Stammen does his job. He gets out of it. No runs allowed. We go to the 7th inning stretch, and still the Padres cling to a 5-4 lead. And we have a new pitcher coming in for the Dodgers. And that new pitcher, let's see. You're going to have Hedges, and you're going to have a pinch hitter for Stammen because he's scheduled to bat second. So we will have a pinch hitter there for Stammen. You got Hedges, then you got Margot. So they can probably go to a right-hander out of the pen. And they are looking at a couple of guys. They're going to go to Yimi Garcia. So Yimi Garcia, a right-hander, is going to come in for the Dodgers. Place of Buehler. Buehler goes 6 innings. Lucchesi goes 6 1/3. Stammen goes 2/3. All right, so leadoff man is Austin Hedges, and then pinch hitting for Stammen. Padres will go to their bench for a left-handed pinch hitter, and it will be Josh Naylor. So Josh Naylor, backup outfielder, will pinch hit for the pitcher. So we got Hedges, and then Naylor, and then Margot here in the bottom of the 7th with the score 5-4 Padres. Here's Yimi Garcia to Hedges. 4-7, struck him out. So a big strikeout there. 1 away, and now the pinch hitter Naylor. 4-5 against a lefty is another strikeout. So Yimi Garcia striking out both he has faced. And now here's Manuel Margot, center fielder, 0 for 3. 1-4 is now 0 for 4 as he fouls out to Austin Barnes to end the inning. So 5-4 ball game. We go to the top of the 8th, and we get a new pitcher for the Padres. As Stammen did his bang-up job, and now it's time for somebody else to carry the load until they get to their closer, if they can get that far. For the Dodgers, it's Pollock, Seager, and Barnes, so they want a right-hander, I do believe. And they're going to go to the right-hander, Luis Perdomo. So Luis Perdomo will be coming on, right-hander for the Pods. And Kirby Yates is their closer, but they want to save him for the 9th if they can hold the lead. It's Pollock, Seager, and Barnes, and a pinch hitter if anybody gets on. So Pollock will lead it off against Perdomo. 6-6. That's a fly to center. Handled by Margot. 1 away. Pollock is out of there. Here's Corey Seager. 1 swing of the bat can tie it, though. 3-8. Base hit for Seager. That's a single. So Seager singles. He's aboard. He's an E-stealer. He will not be held. And he will not run anywhere. Here's Austin Barnes. Barnes, a 2. It's a possible balk or wild pitch. Hi, Keith. How you doing? Balk or wild pitch. It's a potential pass ball. Let's see. Pass ball rating is a 0, though, so not going to be a pass ball. So we go back to that at bat. 5-7. Ground ball shortstop A, and that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play, just what the doctor ordered. And so there won't be a pinch hitter this inning for the Dodgers because they didn't get that far. So Yimi Garcia is going to go ahead and pitch the 8th as well, I do believe. And they'll get a pinch hitter in the 9th. All right, so Perdomo does his job. And now we go to bottom of the 8th. It'll be Eric Hosmer facing Yimi Garcia. Padres would like to get another run to get some insurance. They lead at 5-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. 1-2 for Hosmer. He's hit by a pitch plus injury. So we got another injury check for Hosmer. Hosmer, though, has 659 at-bats, or plate appearances, I should say. And so I think on 659, he's going to be exempt from any injury. So I'm not even going to worry about that with him. Although he is, I ought to roll it anyway because he could be injured for the game. 8 is not going to do it because that's going to give him a 1-game injury. And of course, it has to be at least 3 games for me to take effect because I have a truncated season. So Hosmer will reach on the hit by pitch. So it might have been retaliation for when they hit Kike. We never know. Here's Manny Machado. Nothing there. Machado. 3-7 for Machado. Fly ball to center. 1 away. Machado is gone. And now that brings up Hunter Renfroe. A lot of offense early, but not much going on since then. 4-6 for Garcia struck him out. So Yimi Garcia, his 3rd strikeout. And that brings up Fernando Tatis Jr. Nothing on the 20. Tatis. 3-4 for Tatis, and that's a strikeout. So Yimi Garcia strikes out 4 of the 7 batters he faces. And does a bang-up job for his 2 innings. And that's going to do it for the Padres. They cannot add to the lead. We go to the top of the 9th. Score 5-4 Padres, and now Kirby Yates, the closer, will be coming in for the Padres. Kirby Yates, and he had one of the more outstanding seasons for a relief pitcher in 2019. He was 0-5, but he had a 1.19 ERA and 41 saves. So he will be on, and he'll be facing the top of the order, Taylor, Freese, and Bellinger. However, now that the righty's on the mound, I think they're going to pull Freese and go with a left-handed pinch hitter, Max Muncy. And they're also going to pull Taylor. I think they're going to pull both of them. So Freese and Taylor are out. Verdugo will lead it off, and then Max Muncy. So we're going to have 2 pinch hitters in a row. Do a little bookkeeping here. We're going to have Verdugo is going to pinch hit for Taylor. And then we're going to have Muncy pinch hit for Freese. Muncy can play first. Verdugo would be in the outfield, and they'll just bring in another second baseman if it gets to that. First things first, it's Alex Verdugo. Has to try to get a run to send this thing to a bottom of the ninth. It's 5-4 Padres, top of the ninth. Pinch hitter Alex Verdugo, followed by pinch hitter Max Muncy, and then Cody Bellinger. 3 tough lefties for Kirby Yates to deal with. 2-6, 2-6 against a righty. Ground ball to second. That's 1 away. So Muncy, Verdugo cannot get it done. 1 away. Padres 2 outs away from victory. Here's Max Muncy. 1-7 from Muncy. It's a 1-2 single. Boy, a lot of home runs down here. But he found this 1-7. It's a 1-2 for a single. Anything else, he grounds to Tatis. And Tatis will make the play. 2 down. Last chance, and it's Cody Bellinger. He's already homered in this game. Can he do it again to tie the game? 3-6. No, he strikes out. Kirby Yates gets the strikeout, and the ball game is over. The Padres hang on to win 4 in the first, and it was enough to hang on to win. They did give up a tie here, but they got the run in the fourth on the homer by Garcia, and the Padres win it by the score of 5-4. Do the totals here real quick for hits. Winning pitcher is going to be Lucchesi. The save to Yates, and the loss, tough luck loss to Buehler. He gave up all 5 runs. So let's see for the Padres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits. So 5, 8, and 0 for the Padres. For the Dodgers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So both teams I have unofficially with 8 hits. I'll know more when I put it in the computer. But that's the score that I've got right now to finish it up. And that is the Padres defeating the Dodgers 5-4. Padres now go to 1-0. Dodgers go to 0-1. So winning pitcher was Joey Lucchesi. Loser was Walker Buehler. The save to Kirby Yates. Padres win it 5-4. Strat-O-matic Super Advanced 2019 style. Like I said, I haven't seen anybody on YouTube play 2019. I have seen Al Red Sox fan play 1 game on the PC for 2019, but I don't remember seeing anybody playing at Cards and Dice, so I figured why not do it now and just be something different. So I hope you enjoyed that presentation. A little bit shaky in the beginning with all those runs and everything like that, but hopefully everything came out okay. You can see the cards okay and everything. I was trying a different setup with moving the cards around and see if I can shuffle things around to where you can see the dice, the score sheet, and the cards all at the same time, which was my goal. My score sheet's a little messy. I understand that. Keith, I am using 10 teams. This is primarily probably 95% of it's going to be offline, just for my own general, hobby or whatever, just something different to do other than the White Sox replay and the inside pitch replay. It's kind of tailored it's pretty much tailored exactly like Tabletop Earl and his Tenacious League. It's kind of the same deal, but I'm doing 10 teams that I just picked out for myself to play and doing those in a little 54 game for each team kind of thing. I've got the Strat PC 2019 season, so I can enter the stats there as well. And but I can tell you the teams, if anybody's interested in that. I can read off who the teams are. I think I have it handy somewhere on a list. Maybe I don't. I don't remember if I do or don't. I really wasn't. I'm kind of doing this game off the cuff. I really hadn't planned on doing this, but it's just the way it worked out. I do have it. Hold on. I'll find it. Like I said, I really want to play most of this offline because I know the TBL is really Earl's. That's his baby, and I don't want to take away from his baby. So I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I'm just kind of, like I said, doing this on my own, just for fun. And shoot, I don't have it with me. I think I've got those cards. Are the cards here? Ah, here they are. I got them here. I got stuff either upstairs or downstairs. I don't know where things are anymore, it seems like. But anyway, here's the teams. From the American League, it's Boston, Oakland, Toronto, Kansas City. So that's, let's see. And let's see, Kansas, so that's 4. Missing somebody? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I got 4 and 6. I got 6 national, 4 American. So I got Boston, Oakland, Toronto, and Kansas City from the American League, LA, San Diego, Cincinnati, Miami, Milwaukee, and Philadelphia from the National League. And this is the first game, the schedule that the computer gave me for the first games. I've already played Miami, Milwaukee, and I've already played Cincinnati, Kansas City offline. I just happened to play this game today, right now, and then later on, some other time, I'll play Toronto, Philadelphia, and Boston, Oakland. So just like I said, it's really something I think that tabletop, or not tabletop, but Tenacious Earl came up with, and I thought it was a brilliant way to get a flavor of the season without doing a full season replay. Kind of pick your teams. Now, he did random. I wasn't brave enough to do random. I wanted to pick teams that I thought I'd be interested in playing. So I wanted to pick teams that weren't like, World Series teams or anything like that. I wanted to pick some good and some bad. And that's hence the Miami Marlins while they're on there. No Mets. Absolutely no Mets. I thought about it, but I decided to go with Philly instead. I figured there were enough Mets replays going on out there. So I wanted to do Philadelphia instead, because I may have a lot of Mets going on if I do a national thing for some strange reason or another. But no, I'm not a Mets fan, so I'm more of a Nationals fan. So I don't really like Philadelphia either, but I didn't want to pick the Nationals because I just didn't want to pick a team that I'm really. I wanted to pick teams I was going to be neutral on, and the teams I picked, I really don't dislike any of the teams. Boston's not really a big favorite of mine. Neither is Dodgers, but it's not a team like, where I didn't pick the Yankees or something like that I was going to really totally dislike. So I was trying to pick a mix of both National and American League, and teams that had good records and bad records. So like I said, very few of these videos for this little thing I'm doing here are going to be online. I just happened to do it today just because I felt like doing something. After working all day, I felt like unwinding and doing something. So decided to do this on a whim. Yes, I did take the Marlins. So the Marlins and Phillies from the East. I try to get one team from each division. I want to make each division representative. So from the NL East, I've got Miami and Philadelphia. From the NL Central, I've got Milwaukee and Cincinnati. And from the NL West, I have LA and San Diego. So 6 teams from the West. And then from the American League, I got 4 teams. I got AL East, Boston and Toronto, AL Central, Kansas City, and AL West, Oakland. So I want to make sure every division was represented at least once. So that's what I've got. That's what the computer has kicked out for me, and even printed the little schedule that the computer kicked out for me. So I'm right here on May 1 and playing these games right here. Milwaukee of the LA San Diego is a 3-game set you got here. Kind of weird the way this computer did the scheduling, but I'll just take it for what it's worth. It's not anything serious. It's just something I'm kind of doing off to the side to be able to play some games offline on my own without worrying about whether I'm doing a video or not. That way I can kind of relax and just kind of do it on my own. And I'll still do the White Sox and still do the inside pitch and maybe occasionally other things as well. But like I said, this idea for the 10-team league like that's totally Tenacious Earl's thing, and he does a great job with his TBL. So I don't want to take away anything from what he's doing. That's his gig, and I've already talked to him about it and told him it was his gig. And I told him what I was doing. He was cool with it, and I said, I don't really want to, jump on your stuff too much because that's your thing, and I don't want to step on toes. But I thought, since nobody has put out a video on 2019 Strat, which really surprised me. I thought for sure somebody would have done a Strat video by now of 2019 season, but for whatever reason, it had not been done, at least not that I'm aware of. So I figured I'd do it just to see what it was like. And I'm a National League guy. I don't like the DH, so I decided to pick a National League game to do it, and hence this game right here. So I do appreciate everybody for stopping by on a Monday afternoon/evening. Hopefully that made your Monday a little bit more pleasurable. I'm working from home. I've been working from home for a while now, since all this stuff started. So instead of having to drive almost an hour home every day, it gives me that time I can use to roll some dice. So that makes it a little bit nicer for me. Keeps things flowing a little bit better. Gives me more time to enjoy the hobby and all that good stuff. I'm not much of a talker. I don't really do a whole lot of stuff on video. In fact, you rarely, if ever, see me in front of the camera. I'm usually always behind the camera. Yes, Keith, I am doing it just like Major League Baseball. When Cincinnati was at Kansas City, I did use the DH. Of course, when 2 National League teams play, I used no DH. And if an American League team is playing at the National League, like when Toronto plays at Philadelphia, I will not use the DH. And I really wanted to pick teams as well that didn't have straight DHs, which is why I didn't pick the Angels, because if I did that, then what do you do with Shohei Ohtani? You really have no options. So I didn't want to pick the Angels for that reason. So anyway, like I said, if I was brave like Earl, I would have done the random thing, but I was too afraid what was going to come up, so I figured I better hand pick them myself. That way I can kind of be somewhat invested into what I was doing. And I just posted, or not posted, but I recorded a video earlier from the inside pitch, and that'll be posting sometime probably tomorrow, maybe. Not live, but I'll just upload it. The 1984 inside pitch season I'm doing, where I'm doing the replay. PC replay is replaying all the games, and then I'm picking a game a week to play on inside pitch. This one was Giants and Dodgers, 1984 inside pitch. So I've recorded that, just haven't uploaded it yet, and that'll come out sometime or another, probably on either tomorrow or Wednesday. And that's about it. I'll probably gear up for the White Sox and Yankees 1977 replay. Once I finish the doubleheader in Milwaukee, the Sox will come home to play the Yankees in a 3-game set. I think it's a 3-game set, but that'll be the next Strat thing I do, is back to the White Sox 1977. Harry Carey will be back in town because we're in the friendly confines of Comiskey Park. So that will take place sometime later this week. Hope everybody is having a wonderful start to their week and staying safe out there. And if you are working from home, hope you're enjoying that. If you do have to travel, have safe travels. Stay safe out there. People, this whole world's starting to get crazy out there with everything that's going on, so we don't need anybody caught any kind of crossfires. I do like to, when I play these games and do videos, I like to keep it strictly sports. I don't want to get any politics of any kind. I will on a chat or something like that, but not when I'm doing a video. I want to keep, like separation of church and state. I want to keep separation of sports and politics. So not going to talk politics or anything like that, but this is my escape from politics. And it looks like the way Major League Baseball is going, there's not going to be a season. So I've got plenty of time to do 2019 because that's the newest thing going on right now, because it looks like Major League Baseball is not going to end up playing because neither side can agree on what they want or what they will give up. So I do appreciate you guys tuning in. And let's see here. Let me try something real quick. Will this work? It may or may not. I don't think it will. No, it's not doing it for me. I was hoping to flip the camera around, but it's not flipping the camera around. So, oh well. You don't want to see me anyway. Oh, there you are. You did see me. Okay, there I am. Partially. You see me partially. There you are. Pardon me. Anyway, that's going to do it from here. That way, hey, I'm here. This is me. So that's my 10 seconds of fame of being on camera. That's about as much as I like to be on camera for. So, but at least you can see it's a real person behind there. So anyway, that's going to do it from here. I'm glad you guys spent part of your Monday afternoon with me. Again, the final score, Padres, in somewhat of an upset, beat the Dodgers 5-4, and Walker Buehler. Okay, he's going to be on there. Oh, that's right. They had their Monday evening kind of thing, Larry. I forgot about that. I'm sure I'll get when they post it, I'll get a, not a reminder, but an update or something that tells me they're online, so I can remind myself to go check it out. All right, that's going to do it from here, and it's much more entertaining than watching WWE, that's for sure. All right, that's going to do it from here. Hope you all have a great Monday. Stay safe out there. Enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And I will see you. Yeah, it's Dave and Ron. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's who it's going to be. So hopefully Ron will avoid a banner. All right, I will see you all down the road.